Well, it's been a minute. So I'm getting ready finally to take Chateau Boheme back out. You know, I got her like all dry storage ready, and now I gotta like undo all of that. So we're just in it to win it. Let me show you the mess I've made. So obviously we've got to bring clothes back on. That big old hitch doesn't live anywhere, so it just lives there. I'm hoping it hasn't left a dent on the carpet. Got some foodstuffs. I mean, you know, it's pretty cleaned up. Had some humidity helpers. Sage's winter clothes, because where we're going is chilly. And then of course I've had out just some stuff to help make sure it doesn't stink. Yeah, Houston. Okay, so all of this, I've already started, honestly. But this is the part now where we've got to get all this kind of back and together and make the beds and then put the clothes away. And then in a couple days when I'm off work again, I can finish loading the food and then I can hitch up when it's time. So where I keep her, I can't access 24/7. I can only access like 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and I'm leaving at 4 a.m. to get to our destination. So I'm gonna have to hitch up the night before, and I'm trying to decide right now. I live on a busy street. Like, do I hitch up and just sleep in the camper overnight? This is not the kind of neighborhood where one would leave something like this unattended. Or do I hitch up and then drive out to one of the suburbs and stay in a parking lot of like Cracker Barrel or something? So those are the decisions we're making, but those don't matter until we're unpacked. So see you. I've got about 48 hours until we load up. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the battery power, and I think I'm gonna keep off on the panel like the heater and the microwave, convection oven, because I just want the fridge to cool down. So come with me to see if I can figure this out. This little guy. Things are beeping. We've got a rainy day today. But tomorrow should be sunny, so that should be helpful. And, oh wait, goodness, I don't remember. I feel like I pressed something somewhere. Help me, I'm poor. How did I do this? Oh, like that. Okay, what do I want on? What do I want off? I'm gonna have to turn this off so I can turn on my camera, my light. Okay, so I went ahead and turned off the microwave and turned off the TV, like the inverter for the Blu-ray and the dinette and the TV, like the inverter in general. And everything else I have on. I guess what I can do is open the fridge and see if the light comes on, and that'll tell me if our girl, wow, we suck at this. Okay, our girl is cooling down. So hopefully by the time I'm here in a couple days, I can put my food in. Okay, well that confirms that the inverter is off. I don't remember what this guy does. I'm gonna have to Google that. Oh, it's the problem with not using it for months. I actually have good news. I was able to cut out of work early. Originally, I was gonna work until 5, hitch up, try to beat the dark, and then see if I could make it like 3 hours to San Antone and stay the night in a Cracker Barrel there. But apparently my lovely work people were like, can we not drive at night and hitch up at night? So yeah, it's daytime. I should be on the road by noon. So I'm here now to hitch up. Unfortunately, there is a big truck in my way. So I'm gonna have to make a friend and ask him to move. So we have a sweet little nauseous girl. So I just gave Sage some Dramamine. trying to find my hitch receiver. I think it's under her, so this will not be her favorite. Ma'am, may I get under you? She's already unhappy. The receiver. Found the lock. I had to take the receiver off for an event at the club. Somebody needed to borrow my truck. Could have sworn I just put it in the back seat. So, led us to keep searching. Turns out it was exactly where I thought it was. I just wasn't paying any attention. Okay, so in the old truck, I would have been hitched up by now because it didn't have technology. And I had a little sticker on the back of the thing, and I lined up the sticker and I was done. I can't see now, this truck is so much higher. And the backup camera does not make sense to me. It keeps screaming at me when I'm like 6 inches away. And I don't know if the hitch is cattywampus or if the sensor's cattywampus, but when it's lined up perfectly, I come out and it's not lined up. I just have to remind myself that I'm not in a rush. I have hours, like I'm on vacation, and this is supposed to be fun. And I mean, even if I had somebody here to help me, who's to say that that person would be help, right? Like some people might raise their voice, which would stress me out, or not know what I'm trying to accomplish. So it's fine. The backup camera, I backed up right away. I'm not meant for technology, people. So checking now to make sure the lights are on. Oh, how do I do that if I'm not there to press the blue? Okay, well, it's fine. So all of this should be good. Gotta lock the shower, that's locked. Shut this door. Let's check the fridge, see if it's still cooling. Yeah, it's in the 40s. Give her a little lock. Check the freezer. Is she cool? Give it a little lock. Everything that could be on the walls is not. TV is firm. Put our dehumidifying beads in here. I might go ahead and move all this to the bed. Slide around. I really need to get them reframed into plastic frames. It's a problem for another paycheck. Okay. Now that we're hooked up, actually, let's turn on all the power to everything. We got 20 watts here. Let's turn on our solar inverter. You know what I wonder? If I didn't have that on yesterday, was the solar power? Well, something was powering the fridge, maybe the batteries. Y'all, I learned this stuff and then I don't camp for so long that I forget it. Which means it's not truly learned. I know that. Okay, lights are off. Okay, let's get the keys. Lock her up. Yeah, I forgot these lights would be on. So apparently, in my truck, before the power connects, I have to tell it that I'm towing and what I'm towing. So that's fun. I got to add the Chateau Boheme to that. Backup camera from the Airstream is working, or rear camera. Can't figure out how to get this light off yet. I don't know why he's even on. Chains are crossed, sway bars are on, chocks are up. We have power. All of my outside thingies are closed and locked. Everything else is closed. So I think we're on our way to Terlingua, y'all. It is a 10-hour drive without hauling, and there's like a big stretch of the road that's 85 miles per hour that obviously I'm not gonna hit. So probably 12 hours when you account for breaks. I am stopping overnight, probably in Kerrville. There's a Cracker Barrel there, and I think it's the last one before I hit west, where there's just really nothing. So the game plan currently is to stop outside of Katy. There's a Buc-ee's there, get some Def, get some fuel, get some iced tea, and just slow and steady. Everything is fine. I am fine. So this is the first trip alone since the very, very first trip. And we made a lot of mistakes on the very, very first trip, and thankfully we came out okay. And we are going to continue to make mistakes. Hopefully just different ones and new ones. So I was not able to get like the lock in to lock the hitch in place, like on the coupler. And I know that it's supposed to when I drive, and I just couldn't figure it out. Anyways, there's a guy across the way from me, and I asked him for some help. And he noticed that when I took my hitch and everything to the dealership to get like flipped, that they didn't actually tighten it on. So like the hitch was loose. Anyways, by the grace of God, he had a big old wrench and he tightened it on, probably 3 full rotations. Thank God. Anyways, and then he helped me go forward and back until the pin was able to drop. And then now we actually have like the lock in place on the hitch. So now we are safely set up. Takes a village, y'all, and I'm grateful for it. To a wreck on 35. My 4.5-hour drive took about 6.5, I'm being dramatic. So add in there like 2 gas stops. But yeah, over an hour. It added over an hour of just sitting still on I-35. So by the time I got to the campground for tonight, I was gonna stay at the Cracker Barrel, but she's making a nest. But then I have some friends who are just a little bit further down the road, so decided to meet them. They found a campground that had openings, and I guess they don't want business because the only way to make a reservation is online, but they don't have any free Wi-Fi and there's no cell service. So I'm sitting here in an SOS zone on my phone. I'm parked in their parking lot. So it is what it is. It's like 7:30. Thankfully the solar's got enough running to get me a little power for right now. Thankfully it's cool, so I don't need to run the air. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna read my book and head out in the morning and just start heading towards the final destination, which I don't know how to get to because I don't have a map and there's no service. And I left the road that I knew to come to this place to meet my friends. But they're technically at the state park like 15 miles down the road. So I feel like if I leave early enough in the morning, I can just head towards the state park. There'll be signs, and then I can meet up with them, and then surely between the two of us, somebody's got directions on where we're going. You know, I normally screenshot the map in advance, but once I changed courses, like it didn't matter. And I didn't need to screenshot this because it was just like go down I-10 for fucking ever and you're there. Anyways, we're safe. The new truck is fancy. I felt very safe driving her. I did not have the same trepidation I had with the old truck. So that's a blessing. And I've been really thinking about the gentleman who was at the RV storage facility who just happened to have the tool I needed to hitch up safely and correctly. It's just always amazing to me that the universe brings me just who I need when I need them. Anyways, I'll keep you posted. Okay, so I just finished my meditation for the day. Melody Beatty's Journey to the Heart is my jam. Some days I follow the protocol and I read day for day. Some days I just open it and see where it falls. But I just have to read you this excerpt. It says, "Destiny is that mysterious force or energy that magically intertwines with choice, free will, and fate." I love that. Like, we do have a hand in our lives. Let all those elements weave together and create your life. But know that you can help create it too, by falling in love with your own life. Love all the places you have gone and all the places you will go. Love the lessons you have learned and the way you have learned them. Most of all, love where you are right now, because that's where your destiny lies. Love it. Okay, bye. Guess I should have made that bed. You'll never know. Maybe we let the princess make her nest. Well, see, now you knocked it all off onto the floor. Want some help? I've got thumbs. So it's day 2, which originally would have been day 1, so we're ahead of the game. I'm in Junction. I am waiting for Jeannie and Shane to meet me. I left about 30 minutes before them this morning because I have this monster back here who has yet to go potty, by the way, even with 3 walks. So she's about to be real uncomfortable for this ride. Not my problem. It's going to be my problem. Anyways, and she's refusing to take Benadryl today. Yesterday she took the Dramamine just fine, and I wanted to try Benadryl versus Dramamine and see which one would help her not get sick. Anyways, she does not care for Benadryl. She spit out 3 of them. That's great. So once they meet me here, we're gonna head out. I could have sworn it's only like 4.5 hours from here. But last night, Shane pulled up something that said it was like 6 hours. So if it's 4.5 from here, it's really like a 6.5 hour drive. If it's 6 hours from here, it's really like an 8-hour drive. Anyways, it's early. It's like 7:45. We've been up since 4. The site we picked was kind of close to the front of the campground. And at 4 a.m. there was like a hootenanny. There were lots of peeps there chilling at the gas station. And when I left, by the time I left it was like 5:45. I tried to go back to bed, couldn't. There were a whole bunch of trucks and some SUVs. They all are probably company vehicles or something like that. All white, numbers on them, but no, like not forest vehicles because they're not branded. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So they, Sage, they woke up Sage, who woke me up, and then the party was over. So that's that. But it was nice because I got to go like super slow in the dark, up and down the hills with the deer. Whereas I know other people would have felt more comfortable blasting at the 70. I did not. As it were, there were already 2 bunnies. I hope I didn't kill them. And a skunk. I don't think I killed him, or I think I would have smelled it, but he went under me. Poor guy. If I didn't kill him by squishing him, I killed him by fright. Okay, well, I'll keep y'all posted. Up ahead is the Rankin Riveria. I am following along behind them for a bit of the trip. And I've made it to the wide open spaces of my childhood. This was my proof of life photo to the family that I had made it to Terlingua. So it is morning 1 officially, and it's only 7:45, or already 7:45. I don't know how you want to say that. But we are heading up to go on a little hike in the Santa Elena trail. So I think it's like an hour drive to get there, and the hike is only an hour and an hour drive back. But it's on the View Drive, some dude's name, because everything's named after dudes. So it should at least be a nice scenic start to the day. So I'm going to show you, Mexico is right in front of me. We cannot cross the river here. That would be a felony. I'm pretty sure it's a felony. But there's a point in the trail up here where we do cross the river, and however that switchback is not actually Mexico, which doesn't make sense to me because my understanding was when you cross the river you're in Mexico. But anyways, I'll stop talking and show you. There's the Rio Grande, and that big rock is in Mexico. Growing up on the border, I have always been fond of our partnership with Mexico. The opportunity to realize that we're all just humans is never lost on me. The left of the photo is Mexico, the right is America, and I am standing right in the middle. After our hike and a few scenic overlooks, we went back to camp to hang out with the dogs. Are you so excited? Oh, we're gonna have a puppy race! My mission to tucker her out worked, and Sage made a brand new nest, this time on my legs. But I wouldn't have it any other way. The next morning, we prepared to go on a hike in Big Bend National Park. The trail we wanted to go to had an hour wait, so we improvised. Can you even read that with the sun? We ended up doing the Balanced Rock Trail, which was super fun. It was time for the traditional steak and lobster night because of course I have Crystal while camping and drink Chateau de Pop. Why wouldn't we? It's glamping. The campground had some surprise live music and we loved it. Julia, did you make a mistake? This tells me that you made a mistake. Oh God, did you eat ginger candy? Okay, no, I don't think so. Okay, so you ate all the beef jerky. How's your tummy, honey? Yeah, I never checked in yesterday, but we did a trail yesterday to Balance Rock. And then today we are doing the closed canyon trailhead. It's in the state park instead of the national park, and it is dog friendly. So we have Sage Amelia, and had a very stressful situation the other day, and we have a new friend on our trip. Everything is fine. This trail ends by literally dropping off the canyon. There's like a chain and a drop off. I had let Sage kind of run ahead, and I'm very grateful that she was not bold enough to jump off the canyon rim. I have a little tradition of flashing countries while I travel. Let it be what it is. Then we went to vote for the mayor. Scratch those horns. Is that delicious? You want more scratchies? Then we got gussied up to ring in the new year at the Starlight Lounge. Let the record reflect, their advertisement said they would have fireworks. There were none, but the band was cool. Okay, so it's New Year's Day, and yesterday after our closed canyon hike, we went to the Starlight Lounge and listened to some music, and then we came back and had a campfire and stayed up till midnight. And now Sage is running in the dog park because today she doesn't get to go. We are driving to Boquillas for the border crossing. So my understanding is we will be taken by boat, little baby boat, and ferried across the Rio Grande into Mexico. And then on the other side, we will take little burros and ride them into Boquillas. And then we'll have lunch and cocktails and hang out in this tiny little town of 200 people. But they have 2 restaurants. Oh, why are we crying? Let's see, why are we crying? You can't see, that's the wrong direction. Let's try that again. I don't know why we're crying. Maybe I should investigate. So that's what we're doing today. And the team convinced me to not try to drive back today. I was going to try to break it up. It's going to be like 12 hours. Anyways, so instead Jeannie and Shane will come with me, or I'll stay with them, whatever, and we'll leave tomorrow, and we'll do it all tomorrow because I have to be at work on the 3rd. Yeah. It's been epic and amazing. So happy trails. Out here, everything is an hour from everything. I was grateful to be a passenger princess while Jason drove. I know, right? So this is the Rio Grande. That's Mexico behind me. And now that's America behind me. It's gonna be amazing.
So they know where they're going. Oh, okay.
My guy is trying to get to the front of the line, Emily, sorry.
My goodness.
They just kind of go wherever they want.
They know where they're going.
I love their Christmas. I absolutely adore West Texas. This is where I was born and raised, and the resilience of the culture and the people and the climate make me happy.
Make some friends with us.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is our final night. We went to Boquillas today. I can't remember if I recorded that we were going to Mexico. It was magical. It was so fun. I've hitched up already. I didn't film it this time. I don't know. Do y'all want to see that stuff? Do you care? So I still have power, water, and sewer hooked up, and I'll undo all of that in the morning. But we're ready to roll. My hope is to hit the road at 4. The only reason for so early is I'm an anxious girly, and I wake up at 3 or 4 every morning anyways, just because of anxiety. So if I'm gonna be awake for 2 hours, like, just hit the road, and then I can sleep on the side of the road somewhere, need be. Okay, so yeah, final night, we're going back to the Starlight. They're having a Townes Van Zandt concert, tribute concert situation, and I look forward to maybe more locals, less tourists like me. It's time. We cleaned up, hitched up early, went into town and had dinner so we didn't have to clean. I obviously did a terrible job washing my makeup off. But I just had this whole thought that I'm hiking the Tour de Mont Blanc this summer. And it's a 16-day situation. And this is like day 4. And I'm just really ready to be back in my routine and home. It's gonna be really hard to do the tour by myself because even here, I have all my friends, I have people I love. So I don't know, that thought has just been sitting with me. I'm sitting with Sage, and she's so sweet. I'm gonna miss her when I'm hiking this summer. Anyways, future problems for tonight. Super grateful for an easy ride out. Hit the road early and had a successful drive. Just did the whole stretch in like 11 hours. Would have been 10 and a half, but I made a mistake in San Antonio. Okay, I'm at the RV storage. I've just taken off the sway bars to help with parking. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it by myself. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Okay, so I only made it because of Nicole. She left work and came directly here, but I'm proud. Let me show you. Even as one can be. There we are. So now we have unpacked thanks to Nicole as well, and the party's over. Okay, so we're officially back from the trip, and I'm having this just utter moment of gratitude. I don't know, like I did that. I drove all the way back alone. On the way there, I stopped over and met the Rankin Riveria in Los Maples, and then Jeannie rode with me for a bit of the way. But I hitched up alone, I unhitched alone. I'm just feeling like, you know, it's a skill and it's something I'm learning, and I'm, you know, making mistakes and asking lots of questions and having to reference YouTube. And some of it is the muscle memory, like I'm not doing it frequently enough to have the checklist like memorized. When I camped a lot in 2020, it was like on autopilot. And also I had a partner during that time, and so we kind of had the tasks divided. So I don't know, I'm feeling just very grateful, and from what my life was 10 years ago to now, it's just incredible. So I just wanted to share that as I'm having my morning stretch, and Sage is saging. Obviously Christmas is still up. That is Snoop on a Stoop behind me. The goal for this weekend is to take Christmas down, because the goal before that was to make it through work and then pack and camp. So just one thing at a time. And so I got in last night and I colored my hair, and I did 4 loads of laundry, and I negotiated a lower price on my car insurance, and I negotiated a lower rate on my internet. I did something else. Oh, I painted my nails. I was uber productive in like 3 hours last night. So anyways, and I'm also wondering, what do y'all want from this channel? You can let me know, and then we'll see if I care to do it. Okay, have a good one.